United States and to the republic, one nation, indivisible.
Good evening. If you haven't signed in the back of the room when you entered, please make sure to either do that now or before you leave. Next on the agenda is the public comment. Public participation is encouraged in the Laurel School District. All meetings of the board will be open to the public except provided by law. Scheduled meetings of the boards may also be recorded. Audience members may address the board during public comment for non-agenda interests or during the discussion of the relevant printed agenda item. Your attendance is welcome. If you plan to speak to the board, please look over the information on the agenda, then complete the public comment section on the other side, which is located at the back of the room. Provide it to myself or Superintendent Torx. To address the school board members, please stand up, come to the podium, identify yourself, and briefly state your concern. Public participation is a right that carries certain responsibilities, such as informing oneself in advance of the issues being discussed, voluntarily being as brief and germane as possible, not unduly repeating remarks others or you have already made, and showing respect at all times for the rights and opinions of others, whether citizens, board members, school district employees, or students. Thank you for your involvement in Laurel Public Schools. Do I have any non-agenda interest comments? Looking like there is none. I will move through our agenda. Once again, our community is so giving and charitable. We have, again, several of our local communities and those within the surrounding areas giving to our district. Town Pump Charitable Foundation gave a very large donation just directly to the high school for use of what they need. European Porta Potties have been generous in their donation for their rentals through our events. American Pizza Partners provided some pizza to the cross-country team, so we do appreciate them. And if I screw this name up, I do apologize. Linda Ribert, she provided a donation to the band program. Ace Electric and LWML St. John's Lutheran Church both gave a very nice donation to our high school pantry. Thank you to all of our community members, as we do appreciate their donation to helping our school district. Moving through, we do have some gentlemen located in the back of the room who are here for the presentation. Mr. Torgerson.
Okay. We'd like to recognize the boys golf team. We'll have them come up and say anything they'd like to, but definitely introduce themselves.
I am Gabe Glassing. I am a sophomore. Sam Norman, I'm a senior, took second at state.
Royce Taylor, I'm a sophomore and I took 10th at state. Xander Harmala, and I'm a senior.
My name is Cameron Hackman, and I'm a senior as well.
These guys at state, in Polson, not only did they win state, they won the Eastern A divisionals as well. But after day one at state, they were down 5 strokes, right? 5 to Billings Central. Billings Central is kind of, already raising their flag and stuff, but these guys came back, battled. I'd say it was really won probably in the last 4 holes.
Yeah.
But they're just chipping away all day long. It was a great day. They battled some wind, some trees, anything on the course. The greens were punched as well, which they battled through also. But they beat Billings Central by 2 at the end of the day. So it was pretty awesome. Anything else to say, guys?
Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
And give kudos to our 2 coaches, Jim O'Neill, head coach, and Coach Sean Hackman. Boys team has won 6 titles since 2017. So it's very impressive.
Thank you, gentlemen. All righty, moving through our agenda, I have the consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion by Jenny. Do I have a second?
Second.
Chris? Comments, questions from the board? Comments, questions from public audience? Not hearing or seeing any. I do have a motion to be approved for the consent agenda by Jenny, seconded by Chris. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Moving through our agenda, down to action items. Action item A for the Montana Schools Unemployment Insurance Program, MSUIP. Do I have a motion?
I would motion to approve the agreement with Montana School Unemployment Insurance Program.
Motion to approve by Chris. Do I have a second? Okay. Comments, questions from board audience? Excuse me. Board? Ooh, yeah. Oof. Trying to combine them. I know. It's been a long Monday. It's been a long Monday. Nothing from the board? Public audience? All righty, not seeing or hearing any. Do have a motion by Chris to approve the Montana Schools Unemployment Insurance Program, seconded by Chris with K. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Action item B, the foreign language interpreter job description. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the job description for foreign language interpreter.
Approved by Donnie. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions from the board? Comments? Questions from the public audience? Hearing or seeing any? Motion to approve by Donnie, the foreign language interpreter job description, seconded by Kayla. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Action item C, the co-curricular stipend for a replacement mentor. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the stipend for the replacement mentor.
Motion to approve by Jenny. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions from the board? Comments, questions from public audience? Not seeing or hearing any. I have a motion to approve by Jenny on the co-curricular stipend for a replacement mentor, seconded by Chris. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Going down through the informational items, I will take a moment to pause if the board or if anybody needs to comment on anything super exciting that we want to be notified and we haven't seen, please let me know. If not, I will move through. Department reports. We have activities. Very busy, very busy. Curriculum director report. Facilities. Food services. Transportation. Human resources. Student services. And I don't have an attached on nursing. Financial reports. Julie, thank you so much, as always, for putting everything together. I'll go down through bond expenses. cash report, revenue report, expenditure report, high school activities, and middle school activities. Alrighty, moving through our principals report. Thank you to all of our principals for providing this information. We have been busy in our schools as well. Looks like too much fun though going on. All the costumes, all the fun. I love it. Ice cream. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. South. West. Graph. Middle. And high school. From what I could tell just on a snapshot, and maybe I'm just seeing it kind of at a 30,000 foot view, but it looks like we're doing really good on attendance. We've had some high 90s. That's amazing for first part of, a couple of months. And then kind of the behavior seems to be doing well as well from what it looks like. Maybe taking those cell phones wasn't such a bad idea. And these three are like, what are you talking about? All righty. Committee meetings. October 3rd, Leadership and Learning. October 7th, District Operations. October 10th, Leadership and Learning. October 24th, Capital Planning. October 30th, Labor Management Committee. Yes, Donnie.
My question has nothing to do with any of the meeting notes, but do we have an updated list of committee members? Did I miss it? I know you've reassigned people, and I was just wondering if there's a list somewhere that we can have available.
Certainly. Thank you. Tuition enrollment. Superintendent's report. Job vacancies. MTSBA liaison report. Donnie, do you have?
Just brief, there's not really much going on with MTSBA currently. Beginning tomorrow and for the next 3 weeks, there is Title IX training from 1 to 3 in the afternoons. If anybody is interested and has not yet signed up for that. And then on December 17th, there will be a negotiations session that they're doing virtually, or I think they're doing it on 2 locations, one in Helena, one in the Eastern. Yeah. So those are the only things they have going on for the next couple of months. Currently, there's no Thursday think tanks. I think they said they were going to start those back up.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Revised 5th grade books for the intermediate library. The revised intermediate book request for the vending machine. And the Graph donated library books. Alrighty, moving through everything. I can give the board an option. The kindergarten schedule would have been a discussion item, but we do have Catherine who called out sick today. Matt can certainly kind of give the overview, or I can move it to the next agenda just so we do have Catherine here to at least have that conversation with her. Board, how do you feel?
I can give an update and then we can bring it back if we want to later, Brittany. The question came up through the board about what was perceived as a week off for kindergarten, but it was actually should have, instead of been two dates were separate, so there shouldn't have been a hash between them because it made it look like it was a whole week as opposed to an and. So there are, normally they do a couple of Wednesdays where they bring in prospective kindergartners from next year. They do some testing on those kids. They let parents know where they're at, you know, kind of as in a national comparison. So they can say, well, your child's a little short on colors and shapes or whatever, numbers. But and I was told by Mrs. Daw that after interviewing and giving out a little bit of information to the parents through a survey have asked that they thought it would be better if it was done on Fridays. So she's moved it from Wednesdays to 2 Fridays instead of going on 2 Wednesdays. So that those kids would not come to, kindergarten kids would not come to school on those Wednesdays, and then our staff would be working with all the incoming kindergartners, evaluating those so parents can make a logical decision for that. Those days were picked. I'll be honest with you, that's a Catherine question. I'm not sure why she picked those days versus 2 other days. I'm not 100% sure, but she just picked those days. So that is it's not a change to the calendar, but it's a change to the description at the bottom that says what days are off and why. So I did change that to an and instead of a dash that looks like a whole week. So I did make the change to that and didn't bring it back to you guys unless you want to approve the and, but I just changed that. So she would have to give you more information on the exactly why those 2 days, other than she said the feedback from parents they would have preferred it be another day other than Wednesday. Not sure why.
She asked current kindergarten students or the?
I think it was the parents, yeah, of the kindergartners they had last year. Does this work for you? Does Wednesdays, you know, they ask them some survey questions. I couldn't tell you the exact survey. I didn't see it. But her feedback was that from her parents that were there last year. Now, that's not these parents that are coming up. These parents might like Tuesdays. I don't know. But I would imagine that's a sample size to say, hey, if these parents wanted it on Friday, maybe that's a better day to have. Again, those are good questions to ask her. I don't know.
And I can bring it back up.
I just also want to request that you, or then outside of this meeting, communicate with the current year's students once it gets closer that this is not a week off, you know, send out an email or a.
Sure. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. It has been changed on the website. We changed it that day that we figured out what the issue was. I'm like, I can't figure, why is it a week? I don't remember that. Just a typo.
Future discussion items? Missed something? Do we need a refresher on anything? From the meeting I missed, we have put a few of those requests on for discussion for the future. So those are coming down the pipeline. So you won't see them for quite a while because it'll be more December and then next year. Yes, Chris?
Yep, we should on that.
Okay. On new buildings, both, and then,
There's more to see at the new site.
Well, the new site, it's all, windows aren't in yet, but they're going in. But it's now you can walk around, you can picture the school and see the classes. They're even putting up some drywall and it feels schoolish. Whereas before when you walked through there, it was just kind of a big open frame. Now it's, you know, and the other one's even further along. They have all the windows in over it.
community meetings for future discussion on current building situations for like high school and stuff like that, and then walkthroughs
Both.
on,
You said start setting some community meetings and even open up and have some community opportunities to say on this afternoon or this evening, something that works. We probably have to do it during daylight hours to go ahead, open it up for the chamber, for example. I said if they would like to come in and do a tour of the West or Mogan site, we would do that for them. I just want to publicly let people know that I've taken a few people through just unofficially, but we do something where, hey, we could take them through in small groups. I couldn't take 30, 40 people, but we could take smaller groups through, if that's the case.
And just to firm up the plans for, are we going to be at high school events this winter and that kind of stuff?
that's what I have for more those community meetings.
Yep.
Especially since we have facilities talking that we're struggling with our septic,
Jackhammering out sewer.
our sewer lines.
Yeah.
Pretty relevant.
Yeah, I mean, that's important. It's important in a school.
We
So-
should just leave one of those pits open, Wayne, so we can bring people over and let them enjoy what you get to enjoy.
Alrighty, any other future discussion items, reminders? Anything that you guys have as well? Alrighty. I mean, I could wait another 9 minutes and make it an official, full 30, but if not, we'll adjourn the meeting.